Hey, I'm Pick and Pokemon. What? Wait, hold on, what? Anyways, Pokemon is a franchise with games that have creatures which fight, but some are better at it than others. In fact, YouTuber Nordist made a whole video about these competitive beasts, and at the end of the video, they revealed that they would be hosting a tournament of their own called the Fakemon Tournament 500, or FT500 for short. However, there was a catch. You had to submit a Fakemon to compete with and against other people's Fakemons, thus the name. When I heard this, I figured I'd give it a shot. Now, the first logical step is, of course, the type. I settled on the Ghost Fairy combo pretty quickly since they are my two favorite types, and one of the best competitive Pokemon right now is Fluttermane, who shares these types. After I had figured out the type, I had started thinking on the design, but this took me significantly longer, even though I had many ideas. That's because most of them were bad. They sucked. They were bad. They also didn't really fit the type combo I had already set up, so I eventually landed on the idea of a Fallen Angel Pokemon, which hasn't really been done by Pokemon before, so yeah. Also would have interesting lore, probably, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, but the trouble wasn't up yet, because I hadn't actually decided on the design of my Fakemon, because the idea of a double-sided Pokemon with like a friendly little body, and an evil little shadow creature just couldn't get out of my head. I ultimately decided against it because it kind of would feel awkward in the Pokemon design, so no. Anyways, I finally pictured up a cat with like similar proportions to Liepard, and with like goopy wings and a decaying body. So yeah, that idea stuck, and I started on my sketch. Once I was done designing my Fakemon, I realized it would be pretty weird to have it as a single-stage Pokemon, since similar Pokemon like Liepard, Persian, and Delcatty all have 3 evolutions, so this one would be a kind of an outlier. So I started a smaller sketch of a more like pure-hearted kitten thing to start the line. So this kind of ended up looking like Skitty, kinda, but like Angel. So cool. Anyways, the next thing I did was give these Pokemon names. This was easy, as I already thought of the names while designing them. Fall Fate for the big evolution, as a combination of like Fallen, Fae, and Fate, I suppose. I don't know. Sue me, I guess. Don't. Anyways. And I'm quite happy with the name, I think. So then I had to do the pre-evolution, and I just made it more cutesy for Feta. Yay. Now it was time for the stats. In the rules made by Nordist, the Fakemon must have at least 50 in every stat except for speed, which can go as low as 5, but the base stat total must be 500. And following these rules, I decided to make a fast sweeper, which could be used also as support if you wanted. Thus, I gave Fall Fate 80 HP, so it couldn't be completely useless and frail, and 80 in each defense. Did I actually do that? Hold on. Wait, no, I didn't. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, for attack, I gave it 50 because it wouldn't be using that, because it would be using special attack, which got 100 for special attack, and that made it come out with a total of 110 speed. Speedy boy. so it could outspeed others and kill and eat and kill and eat and kill. Yeah. And kill, maybe? I don't know. Or support, really. Could do any. Anyways. Alright, next up was the ability, the moveset and the items I would give to Fall Fate. And as for the moveset, I decided previously that I wanted to be a support and an offensive Pokemon, so it could do both. So I kind of quickly decided on giving it Icy Wind, so it could slow down opposing speedsters, and Dazzling Gleam for just a good spread special fairy move. And eventually I got lost on what to fill the rest of the moveset set up with, so I went to the ability, and after looking through the list of abilities at least like 3 times, maybe more, I don't know, I looked back at the rules to see if Shadow Tag was legal. Thankfully, for me, it is. But more importantly, Nordis said that aside from a few selected banned moves, anything was legal, even the signature moves of every Pokemon, including legendaries. However, as with everything, there was a catch. For Fakemon, had to seem like it could use the moves you give it. This, however, was not a problem, as the 2 moves I had my eyes on would perfectly fit my kind of sort of barely Pokemon, barely almost, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could decide, but I don't know, I think they're good enough. Anyways, with this forbidden knowledge, I gave Fall Fate Dark Void and Astral Mirage. Hey, it's me, editing Pick here. I just realized that Dark Void can only be used by Darkrai, and it's hard-coded that way. So, after watching Norda's new video, so anything I say about Dark Void is going to be completely useless, because Fall Fate can't actually use it. So, that's great. Am I a little bummed? Yeah, but, I mean, ultimately, it's not that depressing, because this is kind of just a thing I decided I wanted to do, like, last minute of summer, and honestly, I kind of half-assed it a little bit anyways, so. Anyways, continue the video, me, please. Hello? Why am I still here? For moves of Darkrai and Calyrex, Ice Rider, respectively. Now was this a mistake on Nordis' part? Yes, absolutely. Am I gonna take full advantage of it? Yes, also absolutely. So yeah, anyways, for the item, I gave them the wide lens for always accurate Icy Winds and better Dark Voids. Voids? What the hell is a Void? What the? Anyways, finally, all I had to do was finalize the designs. Since I only have a mouse to draw, I don't have a tablet that could be better, but honestly, I don't really care that enough to go back and fix them. Also, I already submitted them, so I can't really do that. But after that, I decided to write up a Pokédex entry for both Fall Fate and Fata, just for funsies. For funsies, yay! Haha, I love fun. You love fun? I hope you do. Anyways, here they are. Fall Fate, Fallen Angel Pokemon. Type, Fairy, Ghost. Pokédex. Originally thought to be a fallen angel, Fall Fate obtained their ghost typing after being hunted to extinction by ancient people. It was said that Fall Fate's fur had magical properties. They still hold malice against humans, often tormenting those they come across with the spirits it met from other realms. Height 4 foot 2 inches. Weight 78.3 pounds. Ability Shadow Tag. Stats HP 80. Attack 50. Defense 80. Special Attack 100. Special Defense 80. Speed 110. Total 500. Attacks Icy Wind, Dark Void, Dazzling Gleam, Astral Barrage. Item Wide Lens. Theta, the Skykin Pokemon. Type Fairy, Flying. Pokedex. In ancient times, Theta were thought to cause shifts in the shape of clouds. In recent years, this myth was proven to be correct when a group of meteorologists observed Theta playing with each other atop the clouds. Height 2 foot. Weight 20.2 pounds. Ability Frisk. HP 65. Attack 45. Defense 50. Special Attack 80. Special Defense 60. Speed 80. Total 380. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed and maybe subscribed, maybe even subscribed, maybe, I don't know, maybe. It would mean a lot to me since this is my first video. I decided to spend this time and put effort into making. So, as for the future videos, I will work on them as I can, but I don't expect any to be coming out soon because I'm starting high school, which will, that'll probably be my primary focus. But I will say the next video will also be about Pokemon. So, anyways, I can't wait to see what Nordis thinks of Fall Fate and Theta, as well as how they do in the FT 500 tournament. Tournaments in the name, I say tournament. Yeah, also subscribe, maybe, I don't know.